Hello! In this video we will be covering how to create an amendment for a school land trust plan. Not all plans will need an amendment. However, in the event that your council needs to make an amendment to your plan, your local school board should be consulted concerning the kinds of changes the board would expect to review and approve before spending any school land trust funds. Some examples of when an amendment is needed include the creation or modification of a goal, significant changes in spending in an expenditure category, moving spending from one category to another within an existing goal, or changing an academic area within a goal. To expedite the process, the principal should notify the LEA reviewer and request that the amendment be included on the board meeting agenda that follows the date of the council meeting when the amendment will be discussed. If an amendment is not approved by the council, the item can be pulled from the agenda. Once your council identifies the need for changes to your school land trust plan and discusses and identifies the proposed changes, your council will vote on the plan amendments. Once they are approved by your council, the principal will be responsible for submitting the plan amendment to the school land trust website. Once it is submitted, the principal should contact their LEA reviewer and confirm that the amendment has been approved by the council for consideration by the board. Once it has been approved by the local board, the LEA reviewer will approve the plan on the School Land Trust Program website. After the LEA reviewer has approved the amendment, the LEA reviewer should contact the School Children's Trust team to do a final review and approval of the amendment. Once it is approved by the council, local board, LEA reviewer, and the School Children's Trust team, the funds may be spent on the amended items. Council should not make any changes prior to the approval of each of these entities. To access the plan amendment form, you will need to log into the School Land Trust website. Once you are on the school's dashboard, you will see your school info along with the principal contact information and other school contacts. Scroll down the page to the section titled Links. Under the Links section, you will click on the Add New Plan Amendment link to begin working on your plan amendment. Let's take a look at what this form looks like. After you've clicked the Plan Amendment link, a copy of your current school land trust plan will appear on the screen. You may access the different parts of your plan and make amendments where they are necessary. For the sake of this demo, I'm going to keep the academic area, goal, and measurement sections related to student reading the same. However, the school that I am working for was not able to hire 3 paraprofessionals as originally planned. Instead, we were only able to hire 2 paraprofessionals for our tutoring room and have decided as a council to use the available funds to buy new reading software from a local company named Bennett and Plant. First, I will change the number of paraprofessionals from 3 to 2 and edit the funding amount. For this example, let's decrease the funding amount by $4,000. Since the council has decided to use the extra funds to buy the learning software, I will add another action step and type in the action step that we plan on completing. Notice in this example that I've added the expenditure amount in parentheses to show a direct connection between the action step and the expenditure amount that will be spent. In order to save your changes, it is important to click on the green Save Action Plan Steps button that you can find right here. Next, you'll need to add the new expenditure by clicking on the blue Add a New Planned Expenditure button. From here, you can select the appropriate expenditure category. For me, I'm going to scroll down here and click on the Add a New Planned Expenditure. It'll give you a drop-down menu, and you will select the appropriate expenditure category. So for me, the new expenditure will be under Books and Technology, and under Planned Expenditures, I will select Software. In the expenditure description, it is necessary that you reference the action step plan that is associated with the expenditure. So for here, in this example, I'm going to select the description box, and I'm going to put in the actual action step plan in the description here. And it is good practice to put the number of action step, and what you actually did. So there can be a connection between the expenditure and the action step that you outlined in your plan. I'm also going to change the dollar amount to 4,000. And once you're ready, you can click on Add Goal Expenditure down here. Once you click through, the new expenditure will appear in the summary of estimated expenditures. You will also need to edit any other spending amounts that might have changed as a result of your plan amendment. So if you go up to here, you'll see that, or you'll remember that I made an edit to this amount. So I'm going to decrease it by 4,000 and click Save. In this summary section, if you received word from your business administrator of any changes to your spending amounts for the previous year, you can make those changes here. Please remember that your accounting records are the system of truth and should be referenced over the estimates in your plan and amendment forms. If you made any changes to the Publicity section, you can make them down here. Before finishing your amendment, you will need to report the results of the council vote for the amendment. You will write in the results and choose the date that the vote was held. Just a reminder, in order for a plan amendment to be approved, a quorum or a majority must be present at your council meeting. So for this amendment, I will put in, let's say, 8 approved it, and 1 member was absent during the meeting. I'm also going to put in the date of the meeting, so let's just put in today's date, and that'll submit it with the amendment form. If your council needs to attach any documents related to your plan, you can do so here. In the comments section, you can use this section to communicate with your reviewer. Please remember that the comments are not public and are a permanent record of your conversations with your reviewer. Before you submit your amendment, please take a moment to review any spelling and grammar and that there is no student or personally identifiable information in your plan. Once you are ready, you can click on the checkbox down here and click Submit for review. Monitor the status of your plan amendment by looking under the Status column. It indicates when it is in an LEA review and when it is in review from the School Children's Trust team. A reminder that before any spending is done with amended funds, you will need to get approval from a majority of council members, your board, and submitted by the LEA reviewer, and finalized by the School Children's Trust team. If you have any additional questions regarding plan amendments, please feel free to reach out to us at the School Children's Trust.